This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State says he will investigate the administration of his predecessor Nyesom Wike, who currently serves as the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. This announcement follows weeks of moves and counter-moves between the two men and a call for impeachment of the state governor by members of the opposition All Progressives Congress in Rivers. For more on this matter, we are joined this morning by Emeka Otuka, who's a journalist with Nigeria Info in Rivers State. Good morning and welcome, Mr. Otuka.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on. Let's start with reactions to the governor's announcement. What are people in the state saying?
Yeah, the political crisis has divided the political atmosphere in Rivers State. Some persons are of the view that the past administration be probed. You know that those who are in support of the former administration will not find this as a welcome development.
Perhaps there are questions on what is the basis for Governor Fubara's decision.
Okay, you know that there has been this battle between him and his predecessor, owing to the fact that some persons believe that the APC lawmakers, the 27 APC lawmakers, are loyal to the governor. And after the October 30th fracas at the Rivers State House of Assembly, where they attempted to impeach the governor, there has not been any smooth sailing between the governor and his successor. And after the president has brokered peace between the lawmakers and the governor, including the ex-minister, and the lawmaker, they were still insisting that the governor should represent the budget. And while they await the governor to present the budget, they have been repealing some of the laws that the assembly passed during the tenure of the FCT minister, that gave the FCT minister so much voice in his governance of the state. Now, repealing those laws as if the assembly are weakening the powers of the governor. Now, recently, the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman, I think this was where the whole issue stemmed, when the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman in Rivers State called on the lawmakers to begin another impeachment move on the governor.
Let me perhaps, I'd like us to get into this a little more. You've just given us what is the political history of the crisis between the two men. But ideally, if a governor is going to utilize the authority of the state, in this case, he's talking about setting up a judicial panel. Ideally, it should mean that there is something they saw, some sort of discrepancy, something within the previous administration that is causing this.
The previous administration of Nyesom Wike has been accused of amassing so much wealth with Rivers money. There are so many government property that have been fingered that he owns them, even when the administration has at times said that they are being bought by private investors. That could be what he wants to maybe look into, because then I think he was the Accountant General of the state.
So I
understand.
These are
some of the things they may be looking at, because one of the projects they are still looking at who owns or who bought was the former NDDC building along the road, and other projects that have been that were demolished by the last administration, and eventually projects were being carried out on those lands. So maybe as the governor now and former Accountant General of the state, it could be that he is aware of some of those dealings. And since both of them are no longer on the same page, I think he may want to use that as a weapon against his opponent.
And just before we leave the conversation, I understand that this was a statement that Governor Fubara made when he was swearing in the new Attorney General. So it doesn't seem like the plans to set up this judicial panel are concrete just yet. Do you think he's simply bluffing?
Yes, he has also mentioned that the new Attorney General is going to head the panel. So for him to have proclaimed another Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, Okujumbo, and then sent a name to them for screening and confirmation as commissioner nominee, and subsequently swearing him in as Attorney General of the state, it means he may match words with action on that.
Mm. Well, Mr. Otuka, thank you so much for your time and sharing information with us on this matter. Our guest, Emeka Otuka, is a journalist with Nigeria Info in Rivers State, speaking to us on recent statements by Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers, who says that he intends to set up a judicial panel of inquiry into the administration of his predecessor, Nyesom Wike.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.